盛先生，在忙吗？
离我远点。
想爬盛先生的床，离得太远怎么行啊？
我允许了吗？就随便乱爬。到底做不做？废话那么多干嘛？
那要是有了，你可别怪我哦。
发疯也要有个限度吧。
Sheng Shaoyou was never the kind of man to lose control. He was disciplined, powerful, and fiercely proud. Yet on that fateful night, when the liquor loosened his tongue, all of his secrets came spilling out. Words he never meant to utter tumbled recklessly into the open, including truths he would have rather buried deep inside his heart. Among those who listened was Hua Yang, an Omega who had walked through fire and shadows. Hua Yang was no ordinary beauty. He had lived for years in a world where desire and power intertwined, where seduction was both armor and weapon. His eyes were sharp, his smile disarming, and his instincts honed to pierce directly into the hearts of others. As Sheng Shaoyou ranted, Hua Yang listened quietly. His mind worked quickly, calculating, dissecting every word. Finally, he arrived at a conclusion, one that made his lips curl into a knowing smile. Your brother, Hua Yang mused softly, is a man with a hard mouth but a soft heart. To deal with him, force will never work. You must bind him. Not with chains, but with ropes made of silk. And so it began. In the days that followed, Sheng Shaoyou found himself caught in a net he couldn't quite name. He had always dismissed Omegas as weak, predictable creatures. Yet Hua Yang was different. His pheromones were intoxicating, his presence impossible to ignore. Every morning, without fail, as soon as Sheng Shaoyou opened his eyes, Hua Yang was there. A soft kiss brushed his lips, a tender greeting that left a strange heat burning under his skin. It unsettled him. Sheng Shaoyou had never believed that two alphas could match so perfectly, let alone spark such an overwhelming chemical reaction. Yet Hua Yong's natural scent, untouched, unmodified, was irresistible. It fascinated him more than the carefully altered Omega pheromones he had once craved. And worst of all, it stirred a hunger in him he couldn't control. In the quiet of dawn, desire coiled around him like fire, threatening to consume him whole. Sheng Shaoyu's breath would hitch, his body tense, as if he might surrender completely to that maddening temptation. But each time, fury overtook him. He would shove Hua Yang away with a snarl. Put away your scent, he snapped one morning, anger masking his trembling. Mr. Sheng doesn't like it? Hua Yang's tone was almost innocent, but his eyes glimmered with amusement. I am not a pervert, Sheng Shaoyou barked, throwing the quilt aside and storming out of bed. I only like Omegas. But his words rang hollow, even to himself. Hua Yang watched his retreating back, eyes narrowing. He could see the cracks in Sheng Shaoyu's armor, the lies he told himself, the truths he refused to admit. It wasn't long after that their lives became even more entangled. One heated encounter, one moment where reason dissolved into raw instinct, left Sheng Shaoyou reeling in disbelief. An alpha like him, proud and untouchable, had been claimed in the most impossible way. Hua Yang had done what no one believed possible. With his rare physiology and powerful pheromones, Hua Yang had managed to plant a seed inside Sheng Shaoyu's body. Pregnant. The word haunted Sheng Shaoyou. It shattered the rules he had clung to his entire life. He hated the thought, hated the weakness it implied. And yet, in the deepest corner of his heart, the knowledge that life now grew within him. A life tied irreversibly to Hua Yang bound him tighter than any rope ever could. He would never admit it, but Hua Yang had already won. One afternoon, Sheng Shaoyou returned to his office after a long meeting. Expecting to see Hua Yang waiting as usual, he was surprised to find the space oddly empty. Instead, Chen Pinming entered quietly, setting down a cup of iced latte. The bitter chill slid down Sheng Shaoyu's throat, and his brows knitted instantly. His stomach had never been strong. Hua Yang never allowed him to drink iced coffee. He scolded him endlessly for it. Yet today, no one had stopped him. Where is he? Sheng Shaoyou asked sharply, eyes narrowing. Chen Pinming hesitated. Mr. Hua has asked for leave. Leave? Sheng Shaoyu's tone hardened. What kind of leave? Sick leave, Chen Pinming admitted carefully. He didn't look very well when he left, but I didn't ask for details. If you are worried, you can speak to him directly. Sheng Shaoyu scoffed, forcing his face into indifference. Worried? About him? Don't be ridiculous. The farther away that clingy liar is, the better. But his mask cracked the moment he left the office. Against his own logic, against his own will, Sheng Shaoyu left work early and hurried toward the hotel. His chest felt heavy, his palms damp. He kept telling himself it didn't matter, that Hua Yong's illness was none of his concern. But his heart raced faster with every mile. The driver moved at what felt like a crawl, caught in traffic. So slow? Sheng Shaoyu snapped, rage burning through his nerves. Do you want me to die of old age before we arrive? The driver flinched. He had never seen Sheng Shaoyu so tense, so anxious. Forgive me, sir. The main road is under maintenance today. There's no avoiding the congestion. But no road was as blocked as Sheng Shaoyu's own heart. Finally, unable to bear it, he dialed a number. Chang Yu's voice answered after several long rings. Mr. Sheng, where's Hua Yong? Sheng Shaoyu demanded. Is he at the hotel? There was a pause, and then a low reply. Yes, but he's seeing a doctor right now. Sheng Shaoyu's breath hitched. A doctor? What's wrong with him? The abuse of pheromone modifiers, Chang Yu said quickly. He used them far too long. The drug isn't stable. It was only in experimental trials. The side effects are severe. His body, it can't take much more. The car screeched to a halt outside the hotel, and before it fully stopped, Sheng Shaoyu leaped out. His mind was a storm. He didn't understand. Why would Hua Yong keep using such a destructive drug, even after everything was revealed? Unless Sheng Shaoyu wasn't the only one deceived. The thought cut deeper than any blade. Was Hua Yong's affection just another trick? Was he still chasing others behind his back? Rage flared in his veins, hot and poisonous. His father's reputation for philandering flashed through his memory. A man with countless concubines, countless children, none loyal. Was Hua Yong the same? Was infidelity written in his blood? The more Sheng Shaoyu thought, the more his fury burned. His jaw clenched, his ears burned hot. Room 9901 loomed ahead. The lock had been changed to a combination code one Sheng Shaoyu knew by heart. It was their birthdays, entwined into numbers, carved into the door as if fate itself had written them together. His fingers flew across the keypad. Before he could finish, the door creaked open. And there, standing pale and fragile, was Hua Yong. Their eyes met in the silence of the hallway. For the first time in a long time, Sheng Shaoyu didn't know whether his anger would consume him, or whether the sight of Hua Yong's weakened form would shatter all of his defenses. Because no matter how hard he tried to deny it, no matter how furiously he clung to pride, his body carried proof of their bond. Proof that Hua Yong had already tied him down forever, not with chains, not with force, but with the softest rope of all, life itself. If this story gripped your heart the way it did mine, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more dramatic ABO tales brought to life. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next chapter.